Hola mi gente, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, we're going to be doing this look right here. So if you like what you see and you want to know how to create this look, then please keep watching. So as you can tell, I've already done my foundation, my eyebrows, and concealed underneath the eyebrows and the eyelid. To start off, I used the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I used the porefessional by Benefit. I used the Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil in the color Chocolate. I used Anastasia Dip Brow in the color Soft Brown. And I used the Beauty Creations Mini Brow Kit. I used the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 in the color Medium Beige. And now we're going to start out with the eyeshadows. So we're going to start out by using the On the Edge palette. And we're going to go in with this color right here, which is Basic. And we're going to put that on with a fluffy brush. This is a BS Small brush. And I'm just going to start placing that in my crease. This is a color that you really can't see, but I'm just using it so that I can blend. I also went in with the Kat Von D Locket Powder to set my eyelids. Now we're going to go in with the color Tense. And we're going to start placing that above and in the crease. I'm sorry that I haven't done a video in a minute. I've just been stressed out with this whole school situation, but thank God we got that all under control, and I am happy with the outcome. My daughter will be staying home this school year. She has asthma, and I have asthma, and I just feel that it's too soon for my daughter to go to school. I don't blame the parents that have to send their kids to school. I get it. I get it that parents have to work, and luckily I am in a good place right now that I can stay home with my daughter. So I give props to all of you parents out there that do have to send your kids to school. Alright, so now that we went in with that color, what we're going to do is we're going to go in with the Morphe and Kathleen Lights palette. It looks like this. It looks a little dingy because this is another palette that I do use often. So we're going to go in with this color right here. These don't have names on them, so this is the color right here. And we're going to put that on with a round blending brush. Dip it in. And then I'm just going to start putting this on the outer V. And I'm going in very lightly with hardly any product on it because I don't want to go too intense too quickly. Sometimes I'm for that look and sometimes I'm not. Like when I do my bold colors, I'm like, let's just pack it in and then we'll buff out. But this one, I want it to go in gradually. Again, I'm just kind of just rolling it in the V right there. And when I have nothing hardly left on my brush, I'm just going to start flicking out to kind of get that like V shape to the eye. And make sure to get inside the crease and up a little bit. Like that. And again, just flick out. Flick out and up. Because I like to have it like go into my like brow, towards my brow bone, to kind of like give it like a wing. Because I always like my eyes to look lifted. Alright, I'm going to move on to this eye. I'm going to do the same thing on this eye. I like to do both eyes at the same time. I don't like to do one eye and then come back and do the other eye. I like to make sure that all my colors are the same on both sides, that they're blended the same, that they look the same. So that's why I don't do one eye and then come back to the other, in case anybody was wondering. I know some people do their makeup that way, but I just prefer it this way. This is like a simple makeup look. Like when you get up and you don't really feel like doing much to yourself, but you're like, damn, you know, I need to put something on. Like if you're going to work and you just haven't slept or something, this is pretty much like a simple makeup look. I mean, I know some people are probably watching this and like, yeah, right, this is simple. Like, but it really is. It's like 2, 3, maybe 4 colors, where in other videos I do like, you know, more than that. So this is simple for me. I would call it like maybe a simple wedding look, like not too bold, you know, pretty simple, pretty like mauve colored, smoky eye, my type of eye. Alright, so I'm going to go back in with the On the Edge palette, and I'm going to go back into the color Tints right here with the same brush that we used, and I'm just going to go over this just to kind of make sure that there's no harsh lines, like that. And I don't want to bring it all the way into the inner corner. So I just want to, make sure that it's just, you know, there's no harsh lines, no harsh edges, and make sure that everything is covered to the way that I like it. Okay, so now that we've done that, I'm gonna go back into the Kathleen Lights palette, and I'm gonna take this color right here. I know it looks white in these lights, but it's not. It's more like kind of like a beige color, I want to say. And I'm going to take that with a flat brush that looks like that, and I'm just going to dab that in here, dust, and I'm just going to bring that where we didn't put any color, and kind of just have it, you know, bring it to the center so that there's light and then there's the little bit of dark. And again, same thing over here. Then I'm going to go back into the same palette, and we're going to just deepen this outer, just the V, not the outer portion anymore. Now we're doing just the lid part. And we're going to go in with this color right here. And again, like I said, just the V. And then I'm just going to go back in with the light color, dust it, and then just bring this around just a tad bit, not all the way, but just kind of to give the eye a little bit of dimension at the top, like that. So you see how it's like lifted, and it's not all the way to the inner corner, because you kind of want to have that light. You want to kind of have it like neutral. You just want to be able to bring this around. Then I'm going to go into the Jaclyn Hill palette. We're going to go into this color right here, which is in light. And I'm going to take that with my finger, and I'm going to just start placing that into the front of the eye. Very lightly. Because I want it to be there, but I don't want it to be like super duper intense. Like that. I'm going to bring a little bit of the light pink again from the Kathleen palette. Dip it into this color right here. And I'm just going to, like I said, bring a little bit more dimension, because now I lost a dimension when I put that shadow in, so I just want to bring it a little bit more into the front. So pretty, right? I love it. I love it, 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 love it. Just kidding. Now we're gonna take the Kat Von D in the Trooper Black, and we're gonna start doing our wing. And for the wing, I'm just gonna show you one eye, because if you see one eye, you see them both. So we'll just do one. And there you have it. Your wings are done. Now you can fly away. Alright, so let's move on to concealer. We're going to go in with our Tarte Shape Tape in the color Light Neutral. The Bomb 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 concealer. So I always go in with the first layer and then the second layer. So let's do our first. And you just want to pat, pat, pat this in. Guys, can you believe that it is September? Like, what is happening? Where did the time go? I can't believe that school is already starting, like summer is over, like I feel like I just blinked my eye and everything's done, like summer's over and Labor Day is on its way, like Labor Day is this weekend, like what? I don't even understand. I can't even comprehend this right now. It's crazy. And the days have been feeling like autumn. I don't know if it feels like that to you guys, but I feel like on some days it's like chilly to like where you could put, to like where you need a sweater. Like, I don't understand what's happening. Nor do I like it. Alright, so I'm just bringing that down like that. Cupid's bow. My sun that I do. Down the center of my nose and here. And again, back in with the Beauty Blender and just pat it out. I am so digging this makeup look. Like, I love dramatic looks, don't get me wrong. And very rarely ever do I wear a look like this, but I really like it. I really dig it. It's like a good makeup look for like a special occasion, like I said, a wedding, or whether it's your wedding or somebody else's wedding, or like a business meeting, or you know, just something light and pretty and girly. And again, we can't get rid of all of the creasing, but you know, we can get rid of most of it. Alright, so now we're going to go in with the Kat Von D Lock-It Translucent Setting Powder. I was about to call it setting spray. And we're just going to tap a little bit of that into the cap, and we're gonna take our damp beauty blender. Always make sure that your beauty blender is damp. Make sure that when you squeeze it, there's no water coming out, but make sure that it's damp. You don't want a dry beauty blender. I'm gonna take a little bit like that. I'm gonna just tap it on there, because remember, I don't like a lot of powder underneath my eyes. And then I'm gonna take this portion of the beauty blender, and I'm just gonna pat it in. And I'm going to do the same thing again. Except I'm going to bring it down a little bit this time and over. And then just pat. And when you do this, you want to make sure that you keep your eyes up, because if you look down, that's when the creasing happens, and all you're doing is setting your creases. So just make sure you keep your eyes up like that. Or whatever's left in here. I'm just gonna tap it on. Now we're gonna go in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is in the color Chestnut, and we're gonna just do some bronzing. This is where I get nervous. So with contouring your nose, you want to make sure that the lines are close together, because the closer together the lines are, the more your nose is going to look smaller. The further apart they are, your nose is going to look bigger. And let's not forget the bottom line again, like we did in the last video. Let's try to remember this time. Alright, so I'm gonna take a dense brush like this. Alright, so you just want to bring this around. The hairline. And remember to bring your contour up. You don't want it to be down here when you do it. Now we're going to take a little brush like this, and we're going to start doing the nose contour. So then I'm going to just start bringing it down and just start blending all this in. Now that that is all done, let's take some of that Kat Von D powder and let's put a little bit on the sides of the nose. And we did our nose. I think this is the first time that I've done my nose that I actually really dig it. Because like I told you guys in the last video, I haven't mastered this yet. And I will. But I haven't. But I will. We are going in with the LA Girl Pro Face in the color Classic Ivory. We're going to take that on a fluffy brush, dab it, tap, and just start patting this all into the face. Oh, we forgot. We forgot the neck. We forgot the neck again. Again! Oh, I don't know what I would do if my head wasn't on my shoulders. What makes us do the things we do that keeps me loving you? Alright. Done. On to contour. Actually, no. We're not. We're just not doing that. We're going on to bronzer. We're going to bronze this baby up. Alright, so we're going in with Wet n Wild, Ticket to Brazil. Looks like that. And we're going to go in with this little bad boy right here. And we're just going to dab it. And we're going to go over the same areas that we did the cream. Just to give this face some color, you know? Oh, she looks pretty. She looks pretty. And now that we went in with that one, let's go in with my face. Don't get me wrong. Wet n Wild, Ticket to Brazil is bomb. But mix that with the MAC Refined Golden, and we are talking. We are definitely talking. This one I'm just gonna pat in because this one's very deep, so I'm just gonna pat that one into the skin. She's pretty, right? She's pretty. She's pretty. You know she's pretty. Alright, so now that we have our bronzer on, let's go in with a little bit of blush. We're going to go in with the Floral Bloom Blush Palette by Beauty Creations. It looks like this. Alright, so my Wet n Wild brush. Love this brush for blush. And I'm going to go in with this one first, and then maybe I'll put a little bit of pink in, but I want to go in with this one just to kind of have it match a little bit with the contour, which I think it's kind of matching a little too much with the contour, with the bronzer. So let's go in with this pink color right here, and I'm just going to dab this one. Alright, so now that we have put our blush on, our bronzer, let's go in with a little bit more of the Kat Von D powder. Tap a little bit again into the cap, and I'm going to go in with my beauty blender, and I'm going to dip it, and I'm just going to bring it down to clean up this area. See how it cleans it up, and it just leaves like that pretty clean area. That's what we want. That's what we want. If you want to bake, you can. I don't bake my face. I don't bake my face because I'm dry. The only time I would bake my face is if I'm gonna go sit in the sun on a hot day and I need my makeup to stay on longer because you're gonna be sweating, so you want to, you know, bake so that the makeup stays on longer. But on a normal day, we not doing that, because who got time for that? So we trying to just wake up and get our makeup done and go. Like, we ain't got no extra time in the morning. I don't know about y'all, but I don't got no extra time in the morning. I mean, I do now, but just saying. I'm gonna go back into the Kathleen Lights palette, and I'm gonna go back in and just intensify this little corner right here. So I'm gonna take this color right here and just dip. Like that. Just to put a little bit of color in it. We're going to go in with the light color that we did in the beginning, this color right here, and we're just going to dust that under the eye for our transition. Now we're going to put the color Tense under there. We're going to go into the darker shade first, this shade first, and we're going to do it like that. I was going to go into the lighter pink, but I think we're good like this. I don't want it to be too much because I get carried away with eyeshadow, and I kind of want this to be like a simple look, so we're just going to do this like this. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go in with a shimmer. And we're going to probably go into Beam right here, and we're going to place that in our inner corner. Like that. Now I'm going to take the L'Oreal 16-Hour Infallible, and I'm just going to put it on the side where we put the eyeshadow at the bottom. So we're just going to line just up to there. To kind of just give the eye a little bit of definition right there. Like that. Alright, so let's curl our eyelashes now that everything else is done. I'm going to do my little handy dandy trick thing so that I can curl my eyelashes. Remember to don't put it on this part, the plastic part, because it'll melt. Only on the metal piece. Let it dry. Dry. Let it dry. No. Let it cool down and then use it on your lashes. Make sure you test it with your hand first. Don't just put it to your eye because you will burn yourself. And I don't want to hear about that happening to anybody. So please, everyone, test it first. Alright, we're going to go in with the Urban Decay Perversion mascara. It looks like that. The wand looks like that. And we're just going to coat our lashes. Remember to coat them enough because you want them to blend into your falsies. Now we're going to go in with the Ardell. This is a twin pack. These are 1/13. They look like that. And we're just gonna get our handy dandy tool. And I'm just gonna take them off very carefully. So remember, whatever eye you take off, you put to that eye. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put it on to see if I need to cut any of it. And it doesn't look like I need to cut anything, so I think we're good. So we're gonna go in with the Eye Envy lash glue. And you're just gonna put this glue around the band. We're gonna put that down so it can dry. I'm gonna take the other one off easily. You wanna pull it easy. Use a tool, whether it be this type of tool or if it's a tweezer, because you don't want to damage the lashes themselves and you don't want to damage the band. Let's let that dry for a few minutes. In the meantime, we're going to do our lips. And I'm thinking we went pretty simple on the eye makeup, so let's do a pretty simple lip also. Not too simple, but simple enough. I'm going to go in with this pencil right here. This is the Essence pencil in the color Big Proposal. It looks like that. So one thing you want to keep in mind, if this is a look that you're going to do for like your wedding, you don't want to overline your lips too much because you're going to be in people's faces and you don't want to be able to tell that your lips are overlined. So kind of do it a little bit, but don't do it as if you were like going to like a picnic, you know. And if you're doing this look for your wedding, you want to take the lip liner and you want to do your whole lip, because when you kiss your husband, you don't want that all over and you don't want your lipstick to come off either. So just outline, just put it on the whole lip. So this way, if you know you're eating or you're kissing him or you're giving kisses to everybody, you know, in your party or whatever, you still want to be able to have lipstick on. And this will make it so that you still have lipstick on. We're gonna go in with the NYX Butter Gloss. I used a butter gloss this time, which I would recommend if you are using this look for a wedding. I would do a matte liquid lip that dries down, that doesn't transfer, only because, like I said, when you're kissing your husband and you're kissing people, you don't want lipstick to go all over his face and all over everybody else's face, so you want to have a dry matte lip. You want your lip gloss though for your pictures, so put lip gloss on after you say I do and you start to take your pictures. Just keep that in mind. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a clear lip gloss. To give it a little bit more shine. You don't want to put your lip gloss, clear lip gloss thing back in like this, so you want to make sure that you clean it. So we'll do that after. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my face. I'm going to take my Beauty Creations Coconut Setting Spray and I'm going to set my face. So let's push this hair back. It's like heaven in a bottle. Alright, you're going to let this dry down a little bit. And then you're going to take your highlight. You're going to use the Beauty Creations highlight palette. It looks like that. And we're going to go in with the color Heaven right here. This color right here. And I'm going to take that with my Morphe 510 brush, dip it in, dust it, and then while it's wet, you're just going to go over this part of your cheek. Same thing on this side. See how much it makes it like beam? That's what you want. We're going to go in with a flatter brush now, and we're going to do the bridge of our nose and the tip of our nose. I'm going to add a little bit of this over my inner corner. I'm going to take the same highlight and I'm going to do my underneath my brow bone. And my cupid's bow. Alright, now our lashes should be ready to go. We're going to go in with the first one. And we're just going to stick it on. And then the second one. You always want to put it in the middle first and then drag it to the end where you want it to be. And then put this side on. And then press it so that they meet with your lashes, and then just push them up. Now the lashes are on. We're going to take a little bit of the Perversion mascara and just put this on your lashes. Do not put them on the fake lashes because you can ruin them. And with these fake lashes, you could use them a bunch of times, so you want to take care of it. I'm going to take my 16-hour L'Oreal again and just go over that. And I just want to take a black eyeshadow, any eyeshadow. I'm going to go in with the Jaclyn Hill one, this black right here. And you just want to go over your band. So that no glue is showing. Another trick for you ladies that do wear falsies, just make sure to cover the band with the black. Let's set our face one more time. Just gonna hit that eyeliner one more time while the face is wet. And then I'm just going to do a little bit above the eyebrow. And this is the final look. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you all for watching. I really had fun doing this look with you guys. I hope that you guys recreate this look, and if you do, please tag me in it. Please follow me on all my social medias, Me and Makeup on Facebook, and MEE underscore the letter N underscore makeup on Instagram. Again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to tag me if you recreate this look. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!